Guys, are you getting this point? Okay, great. So guys, this is the like div content or div component. We used it. I'm just going to remove this div component, right? Because we all guys know that we are just going to use one div component here, right? Okay. What I'm doing here, I'm just switching my between my screen. The video get turned on. And we get unmute automatically. And when we okay. I'm getting again some. Okay, so now we have this. Log in your account. Now what I want just resize the content. So I'll just use colon, right? We can say, and just use width like key or width style. And what is the size of my width? So I want to use only 40%. 40% of my screen size. It means if my screen size, so for example, till this line to till this point, the screen size is 100 pixel. So like or 100%. So what is the like my size of my div or my width of my div will be 40%. 40%. If I just use it, I'm just getting it, right? So my content is inside the center. Content is inside my center, but the size of my width is 40%. Or bit size is 40%. Get your point, guys? I hope till this point is everything is clear. Anyone have any doubt till this point?
Sir, one question.
Yeah, please.
Are attributes are case sensitive, sir?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. It means you can't do this.
Sir, one time repeat, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, please repeat.
Okay. I'm just going to repeat it.
Is it case sensitive? Because if I write capital HTML, then also it will work.
Capital HTML, like you are going to write the capital HTML. You are telling me this?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think?
So I'm just going to ask. It will not work.
Like, let's see. I'm typing capital W. What I'm typing here? Capital W, right? I'm saving it. It's going to small automatically. Get your point, right? The every keyword should be like in the format of small, in small format, right?
So what is the actual meaning of div? Like it is just same as paragraph and
no
heading.
Let's understand. Div is just going to like why we are using the div, right? Div is not playing any important role. Like for example, paragraph is playing some role, just providing some properties. Can you make a point? Like your h1 tag is providing some properties for you. Div is a thing like which is not going to which is not going to implement anything on your text without style, but providing the division like it's just going, you can declare that we have this division, or like one division we have here, right? And one division we have here. You can easily, if you remove this, suppose for example, just assume I'm just going to remove this everything. I have this login tag. Now I have this tag, right? Okay, now I have this. Now can you see this, that we have any changes here? No. But now apart from h1, like if I just pack this div, like if I just pack this div like inside this div, and if I refresh, am I getting any changes? No. It means we have this division, we have this one division here, right? And we are just writing this code inside this div tag, but it's not going to affect right now without any style. Get your point? Now if I want to change something inside this text, or if I want to change something inside this complete para, then we can use it. Suppose for example, I'm just writing the h1 tag. Suppose, just let's try to understand. If I'm just writing the h1 tag here, right, and h1 tag here, you can see we have two lines of code, or two login your account, right? Okay, but what I want create some space between these lines, both the lines, right? So what I have to do, I will just use this div tag and just use style. And what I'll do, I'll just use height, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm just creating some space between it. I'm just creating a one packet or one card. Getting my point? So now if I'm just using height, and height I'm using 200, suppose, or 200 pixel, right? Okay. Can you see this? We are getting this, right? And height tag is not going to work with this paragraph, with this h1 tag, or with this paragraph tag, right? So if you want to just create a packet or create a rooms or create a divisions, or you can say component or card, you will just use the div tag. Let me explain. We can do
Sir, I
this.
have a doubt here.
Yeah, please.
So here, style is called as an attribute to the div tag, or what is it called?
Actually, style is attribute for every tag, not only for div, right? If I'm just going to use a style, like for example, let's see, let's jump back to your previous code, whatever we have. We have this code, right? And I'm just changing the color white, right? Okay. Now color is going to affect for this tag. Now let's see. I'm just going to remove this color from here. Then how it works? It's working like this. And now I can provide the same style for this also. You see this? Now, how div is playing important role as compared to a normal tag. So for example, I'm using login your account, right? And now I'm writing two more lines, right? And here, email address, right? And I'm just going to copy now. I'm getting this, guys. I hope it's clear for everyone. Now, point is, if I want to change the color for all three lines, I have to write 3 times. Style, this, and this. But we can resolve this problem by just one click. Delete all these styles and just write the color property here. Is it anything change? No. If you remove this, then it's black. But if you just apply this, then it's white. Get your point, guys? Right? So what div is doing, whatever property you are going to write inside the div tag and whatever content you are going to write inside this div tag, right? You will just get affected for all the things, for all the content, whatever you have here. Get your point, guys? Now, suppose, for example, I have these 6 lines of code. 6 lines I have here. Login your account, enter email address and all, right? What I want change, especially this line of color only. Every line of color should be white, but this line, the third line number, or like third line color should be green, or should be different, right? So how we can do this? Simple. As we know that my div tag is providing the property for all my tags, but I won't change the color only for this. So I will just write the style, and I will just use the color, and I will just looking for blue color. Suppose you can see all color is white, but the color for this line is blue. Get your point, guys? Is it clear? Guys, is it clear for everyone? Anyone have any doubt?
Sir, repeat this one.
Yeah, please.
Sir, repeat the last line. You said the colors will change for third line.
Yeah, like let's see. You have this content, and why you are getting the color of these, all the line is white? The reason is because you are using the color white in your div tag. And so for example, you are using the color white, and you are just going to copy these 2 lines and going to write outside the white, outside the div. Now what happened? Can you see this? The effect is going to apply only for the div tag, not for other lines. Reason is because these 2 lines, or the 2 line of code, is not going to exist inside a div tag. That's why we have this division, or we have this div tag, right? So now, if I want change the color of this tag, this line. Enter your password. The color should be green only for this line only, not for all. So what I'll do, I'll just use a style and I will just use the color, and color should be green. You can see all lines of color is white, but this line color is green. Is it clear, guys? Till this point, everything is clear. Anyone have any doubt till this point? Just let me know, please.
So can you
Sorry.
sorry, it was
It's clear. Okay. Yeah. Any students who joins from Zoom? It's clear for you all guys also?
so can we use BG color instead of background color?
Huh?
in
We
that
can use.
style tag?
We can use everything. Everything. Like here, you are telling me that can we use the background color here in this
In a
syntax?
style tag, you are using background color. So I'm asking, can we use BG color?
Okay, a shortcut format you want to use. Okay.
Yeah,
So did you tried it? How to work? Can you tell me?
yeah. But previously I have used the BG color, so I asked,
BG
can we
like this,
use
right?
it in a style or not? Because in paragraph and in H1 we can use BG color.
So you want to use inside the H1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's see, you're telling me like we have to use BG color. BG color is not working right now. Like you can see, if you use like this, it will just give you the background color only option. Not BG color is going to work. And if you try to work here also, BG hyphen color will not work, and normal color will also not work. You need a complete name, background color. Okay. So let's jump. My point is not all these lines. My point is only one line. I want to work with only one line. Log in your account. But what I want, guys, what is my plan? My plan is to increase the height of this this bit, like this background color. Like we have this login your account, right? But I won't just change the height. We have the width is 50%, but height should be something 400 pixel. It means should be here till this point, right? Okay, let's see how we can do this. We have this width, we have this color, and now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to use height, and height will be 400 pixel. Get your point? We have this height also here. Is it clear, guys, for everyone? Is it clear that we are just using the height property? So we are just getting the height. Okay.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
what, sir, that time you written height and it came to the actual total, that written portion is came to the middle of the portion, middle of the page.
Just a second. Sorry, can you just tell me again?
So when you're using that height tag, it total that login your account, it will also come to the middle, na?
No,
It will affect only to the box.
no, because it's going to affect on your box, as you're telling me. It's not going to affect on your login your account tag, login your account text. Get your point? Because the complete content is on the center. The complete content, like including this div, is also the center. Like for example, if you remove this center, let's see. If you remove this center tag and just use this and refresh this, everything is on side the left.
If I want to write in center and the middle of the page, then
What you want that
center also and the height middle of the page.
here is center and the middle of the page, the complete content, right?
Yeah, that login
Yeah,
your account
we
should be in
can.
the middle of the page.
So just tell me, do you want login your account should be the center of this box, or do you want the complete box should be the center, or do you want both?
And login your account in the center, sir.
Login your account in the center. Okay, what we have to do, two possibilities we have, right? One possibility is you know the height of the box. You know the height of the box. So what is the height of the box is? 400. What we declare? 400. Where is my height? 400 pixel. Get a point? So what we can do, we can provide some space from this line, like of this line to the top border, right? We will provide some space. So how much space we will provide? Something 200 pixel. If we provide the space from top 200 pixels, it will be center. Get a point? This is the easiest one possibility, right? Everyone can understand. One possibility we have, and that's called flex box possibility. Flexbox. Inside the HTML, CSS, we have a flexbox concept. Most important concept to design or to do to a beautiful design things, right? If you want to design a beautiful things, right? So let's see, like a bit straightforward design. Then if we will get too much of time, then I'll explain the flexbox concept also, that how flexbox is going to work. Is it clear?
Okay, so it's the second option, but at the first option, you told me that space I can, how to mention that space, can you show this?
Yeah, I'm first option I'm just going to show you. Don't worry about it, right? Okay. Okay, let's see. Simple. Style, and that's called margin. What you can say? Margin, margin, top, top, right? Total height is 400 pixel. So what will be the margin type from top? 200 pixel. Sorry, it's getting the margin of the total div. Reason is because this div is also covering this point, right? Okay. So what we can do, we have to create one more div. Now, if you refresh, no change, but just crop this style from here. Oh, wow, it's not getting the point.
Hello, sir. I have a doubt.
Yeah, just a minute. Just let me just complete it. Why it's not going to move it? Then you can just ask me the doubt, right? We can use this one, not margin.
I think mention the margin in that in the first div style tag.
No, it should be on the div, not div side, on the tag only, right? But now it is not 200. It should be 190 approx. Now you can see it's on the center, not exactly center, because you are not using the concept of flexbox. You are using the concept of, you can say, hit and try, or you can say the like margin and padding concept. Get your point, right? That's why you're getting this in the center, but not exactly center. You have to just make it hit and try. Oh, 190 is not
Yes,
working.
sir, I got that
Right?
point.
Yeah.
And so margin and padding both are same.
No, different. Let me explain what margin is doing, what padding is doing, right? Okay. Just a minute. I'm just going to open the bird. Like where I'm just planning to draw something, right? So you all guys can understand. Like for example, I'm just trying to draw, right? We have this border. We all guys can see this border. Get my point, guys? Right? Okay. And we have a one text here. Suppose, right? We have this text here. Okay. Now, the distance between this text and border, call your padding. Get your point? Okay, let's see. But the distance of this border to this border, as you can see on top, like for example, we have these two borders, right? Or you can say we have these two divs. Here you have one text. The distance between this text to the border of the cell text called your padding. But the distance between these two borders called your margin. Get your point? So now if you can understand, when we are doing the padding 198, what it's creating, the H1 is trying to create some space from this div border. But when you are using the margin, this complete div is trying to create the space from the top border. That's why apart from padding, if you use margin, then you can see your div is trying to create the space from your top of the border, right? But when you are using the padding, div is on the same place, but text is trying to create some space from your real or from your div border. Is it clear right now? Is it clear? Like anyone have any doubt till this concept, that what's the difference between margin and padding? Yeah, Zoom participants. Is it clear? Just wait a minute, guys. Just wait a minute. Yeah, guys. So is it clear? Is it clear for everyone? Okay, I hope everyone is getting the point, right? How it's working. Yeah, now I think someone is asking to me.
So actually, I was telling to repeat the margin part.
Okay, okay. Why you are going to mute me? Who is here? Just a minute, guys. Margin part. Let's see what's happening here in terms of margin and padding. When you are using padding, like login your account. This login your account text is also contains some border. You can understand, like if I'm going to write something, that definitely it has some border. So when you are using the padding, this login your account is just trying to create some space from the border. Get your point? But now when you are using the margin means your div border to another div border. So you can see that from top, we have some border, like our screen also contains some border. So when you're using the margin, it's just going to create some space from your top. Like for example, I'm just going to create one more margin from left. And suppose for example, 20px, not too much, but at least 20px. Now, right now we are here. Let's see. It's going to shift little bit, not too much, but it's going to shift something, right? If I just use 120px, now you see it's going to shift. It means from left, it's going to shift your complete div. But now, apart from this margin, padding left, now you can see my div is, or my box is in the center, but login your account is not in the center. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear right now for everyone? Guys, is it clear right now? Like how margin and padding is going to play the role?
सर
Yeah.
मार्जिन दोनों को शिफ्ट करता है, टेक्स्ट और बॉक्स दोनों को, या फिर खाली सिर्फ इसको करता है, टेक्स्ट को?
Like depend where you are going to apply. If you are going to apply on the margin on the box, it's going to shift on the box. Like for example, I'm just going to height, and height will be suppose 100 pixels we have, right? Okay, let's see. We have this. Now what I'm doing here, I'm creating one more div also. We have two divs. Now I want to create some space between these two divs, right? So what I'll do, even we can use the margin bottom from this div or margin top from this div. So for example, I'm just going to use margin top. What's happening here? It's not going to show this. Let's see. Yeah, 10px was not like it was creating the effect, but it was very little, right? So we have this. If you are using the margin top, it's going to creating some like effect on the top. Even you can just use in the reverse order also. Margin bottom, 100px. It's also not creating too much effect, but when you just create a more, it's just going to create the effect. Can you see this? How it's going to work and how it's going to create the space between the two dips and all? Is it going to clear right now or not? Where is my guys? Everyone is here. Everyone is here. Like, can we continue? Sorry.
अभी क्या पहले नवरात्र वाले दिन
Okay. Okay, so let's see. This div is not important.
वहाँ पे ना एक ही चीज मिलती है ऑफिस के पास.
Please mute themselves.
Yeah.
So can we put two background images? Two background colors.
Directly not. With
On whole page.
on same div, right? Like background color this one, background color different, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not directly or not right now, right? With linear gradient we can use. Like, you know that like we have some shadow effects and we have some linear gradient color effect, right? We can with the with the help of this we can use it, but not right now, right? But directly you can't use it. How you will put the two colors? Okay, so let's jump. What is my main concern is yeah, remove this one. You'll get this one. Okay, and the height should not be only 100 pixel. It should be something 300 pixel. Okay, we have this. Now, what I want next I want just change the curve. Like we have a sharp corner here. We are just getting the sharp corner. So what is my point? My point is I want just apply some curve here on all the corners. So this would be a little bit curvy. Can you just anyone can just give me the answer? Any suggestion, guys? Anyone have or like, anyone know about it? How we can just make our like corners a little bit curved? Like how we can apply the little bit curve in our corners? Anyone know?
Border radius. Border radius.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Any other friends? Do you have any other idea? Definitely, we have only one possibility right now, and this is my border radius, and we can give something 30 pixel. I hope it will work. Yeah, we are getting. You can say so. We're just providing some border radius here. So we are just getting a little bit curve on our boxes. We can just change it. So it will be like more nice. Okay, fine. So this is my guys, this is just one of my page or like one of my like login your account. If we have this card, what I want guys, I want just take input from the user. I would just take input from the user. So how we can take the input from the user? Like I have to just use the input tags. As we know that we have multiple tags inside our like HTML. So we will just use input tag. Yeah, anyone have any doubt? You can say we are getting this input tag, right? But now it's not too much like it's not too beautiful, so we have to make it right a little bit like we have to increase the width, we have to increase the height and all, right? So let's see how we can do this. Now we'll just apply a style tag, and now width. So I'm just going to use width. Width can be 200 pixel or not 150 pixel. Not good. So we have this, right? And now next thing I want just border radius also, or just increase the height. So we have this. We have. Who is here? Guys, please mute yourself first. No. Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat this topic? Actually, my net got disconnected.
Huh. $70 px is too much, I think. We are getting this. Now, again, I want to provide the curve on this border, right? So how we can provide? With the help of same thing, right? We have this border radius. Border radius can be 20 pixels. So now we are getting the border radius, right? Okay. So this is like input field. We can insert it. Now we can see that we want to create some space. Like we are just going to try to write something, but it's just going to touch to the border. So I will just create some space. So how we can create the space? With the help of padding, we can create the space, right? Okay. So what I'll do? Padding left. Padding left can be something 10 px if we have approx. Yeah, you can see we are getting some space here, right? And now I can write my name here, or you can write your username here, right? Okay. So we have this one input here. Guys, is it clear? The input tag is clear for everyone. Like what we are doing here, doing nothing. We are just calling my input tag and just calling my style attribute we are just passing here. Guys, is it clear? Guys, is it clear for everyone? Like what we are doing here in style tag and what we are doing in like input tag? Anyone have any doubt in this case?
No doubt, sir.
Okay.
Sir, the border radius is for getting curve.
Yeah, for getting curve, like you are just a radius, like we have the border, and if you're passing the radius or like border radius, so you are just getting some curve from for everything, for your div, for your any tag, right? Huh? Yeah.
सर जैसे आपने इनपुट में वो तो स्पेसिफाई किया नहीं कि जो आप इनपुट दे रहे हैं वो टेक्स्ट बॉक्स है कि कॉम्बो बॉक्स है, तो कंपाइलर को कैसे पता लग रहा है कि वो टेक्स्ट ही है?
बाय डिफॉल्ट टेक्स्ट है, ठीक है। लाइक अब भी फिर हम आगे चेंज करने वाले हैं, ठीक है, कि मुझे टेक्स्ट में नेम नहीं चाहिए, मुझे टेक्स्ट में सिर्फ मोबाइल नंबर चाहिए, मैं सिर्फ मोबाइल नंबर एंटर कर पाऊं, कभी भी टेक्स्ट ना लिख पाऊं, है ना। सो हाउ वी कैन डू दिस? आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू जंप फॉर द नेक्स्ट स्टेप, राइट? Yeah, by default it's text, but as I'm getting the just one query we have, right, कि मेरे सिस्टम को कैसे मालूम चल रहा है कि it's text, why it's not number, right, and why it's not just writing as a password, right? So हम कैसे कर सकते हैं, like how we can do this? Just use like inside this input tag you can write type. Now you have this number of possibilities to write the type, right? Which type of content you want text you want write right now. So it's text. So by default it's text. That's why you're getting it. If you use password, and if I'm just going to write something, so it's like password. You can say whatever you are going to write, it will not visible for anyone. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Like the type, which type of content you want just ask for the user. Apart from password, if I just use number, you can see. If I'm just going to type some text or some character, it's not visible here, right? But if I'm just going to type some number, it's visible here, right? So this is the type pattern or type attribute we have inside the input tag. With the help of type, we can decide, we can declare multiple types, right? And apart from these three types, we have multiple types. Button you want, checkbox you want, right? Date time you want, email you want, email.
Sir, input tag का close tag नहीं है क्या? सिर्फ input ही है, मतलब एक tag शुरू करने से.
Right. देखिए, like what's happening here? If I'm just typing input tag, we have to close it itself. We have this. Get your point, right? Now, if I'm just going to,
I think you are muted.
Sir,
I don't know why. Who is going to mute me again and again?
क्लास को डेकोरम नेम मान के चल रहा है सर, अब थोड़ा देखिए
किस चीज को?
सर आपको म्यूट कर देते हैं।
हाँ, मैं वही देख रहा हूँ, like I don't know why, like who is going to use my control? Let's see, right? देखते हैं. Okay, so now अभी like सभी के लिए मेरी voice आ रही होगी ना, right? Okay, so now what I'm doing here, input tag.
I am also getting option.
Sorry.
Also getting option. Like getting item.
Ronak, I'm not getting your point. Can you just ask me again?
There is an option to mute you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So anyone can
I think.
disable that.
Okay. Okay, let's continue, right? And, oh, just turn off your camera. It's very difficult to manage all of you. Just I'm telling you again and again, then don't start your camera, but you guys just starting. Okay, so now let's jump here. So we have this input tag, and here we have this style we already created. And next thing we have, and this is type. And type, just I'm just looking for the text because username will be my text. So this is my one input. Now I'm just going to copy the same code, and now this type, my type will be, you can say, password. So we have this password now, but we are getting in the same line, but we want not parallelly, we want just this should be a like vertical, not horizontal parallel, right? Okay, so how we can do this? We have a break tag. With the help of break tag, we can do this, right? Okay, and break tag is also self-closing tag. We can close it and we can refresh it. We want to create more space. So two possibilities we have, guys. If we want to create the space between both of these things, then we can just use directly one more break tag. So you will get it. If you don't want to use it, so you have the second possibility that's called margin. You can just write the margin, and margin can be top, suppose 30 px. Then you can say we have this. Get your point, guys? So two possibilities we have to create the space, right? So 30 px is too high, so I'm just going to use 15 px. Okay, great. So we have this like space here, right? Okay, fine. Like the students who joined with Zoom, I'm like after leaving, right? Whenever you will leave the Zoom, I'm just going to share the link again, all of you guys, with the group, so you all guys can join it again, right, guys? So if you will just end the meeting.
So you are again muted.
Yeah, I know. And this time I muted myself. Okay, thanks. So all guys,
Sir, input tag the closing tag nahi hai.
Sorry?
Input tag the closing tag. We have to close the tag na input.
We have to close, and even it's self-closed. You can say we are closing it. So when you are going to close the tag on the opening tag, right? So that's called self-closing tag, right? You are going to start, you are going to write the content and going to close. Like you can see, we are not closing our VR tag like this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Get your point? So that's why we have a self-closing tag. Right? Okay.
Oh, so this is called only self-closing.
Self-closing, yeah, that term called self-closing. Input is also your self-closing tag we have. BR is also self-closing tag we have. And yeah, like now image, you will get an image tag. So image tag is also self-closing tag, right? Okay. So now we have these three things. Now what I want one button.